Greetings, YouTube. July 8th again, 2020. I'm riding again. First time I went out today, I was getting myself some lunch. And now, I'm going to the bank. And it's kind of sprinkling, nothing too serious. So, I figured, why not ride? In my last video, I was talking about bits and baubles that you put on your bikes. And I noticed that the video quality was not what I wanted. I noticed that you couldn't really see the whole bike here. So I was fiddling with the menus on both cameras and realized that I was in the wrong settings. So now I've got this on cinematic 4K. I'll get that on 4K 60 frames per second or whatever it's called. So hopefully you'll get a more dynamic view, wider, I don't know, we'll see. Tell me what you think. If you've watched the previous video, which was bits and baubles, and then you're seeing this one and you say, you know what, Mike? I like the bits and baubles version better than the going to the bank version. So somebody made a comment in the video that I just posted about the bits and baubles saying, it looks like you're wearing regular jeans. You're going against what you said the other day. Like, no, I'm not. The jeans I'm wearing are Kevlar lined, and they have impact resistance. They got the armor in the knees. Unfortunately, no hip armor, no back armor, but so I'm not being a hypocrite. I'm wearing my boots too. I just don't always tell you that I'm wearing these things, because I figure it gets boring after a while. But of course, I don't mention it, and somebody jumps right in there. You're not wearing this stuff. Really? Really? I'm wearing the stuff. A clarification. I was getting all this feedback from the video I made in response to Harley Day Rider, and Payne's Rides seems to think that I was criticizing Harley Day Rider and calling him out for not wearing all the gear all the time. And Harley Day Rider, no offense, did say those words, call me out, call me out. And I haven't really been calling him out. Jack, I'm not calling you out. The question that I asked in a previous video was, or maybe in a comment, I can't remember. I said, hey Jack, do you get negative comments on your videos about not wearing all the gear all the time? The same way that I do. I get comments all the time about that. I just got one today. The video ain't even been up like 2 hours yet, and I'm already getting a comment. You're not wearing the proper gear. So I was only asking him if he gets comments like that too, because I know he doesn't wear all the gear. And I've very often not worn all the gear, and probably will do so again. Not wear all the gear. I wasn't calling anybody out. But Payne's Rides was all pissed off. You've crossed the line. Really? I crossed the line for asking that question. I did comment in one of his videos. It looked like his helmet wasn't strapped on at all. It looked like the strap was just dangling. I wasn't sure if it was just the angle of the camera that I saw it from or whatever. But I asked him, I was wondering, did you forget to strap on your helmet? Just wondering. And of course, it's too late once the video is recorded, right? But he said, no, it was on. It was fine. Do you know where you're going? Do you know where you're going? Jeez, people. So to clarify, I wasn't calling anybody out for not being at GAT. At the same time, I'm not calling him out, or anybody, when I watch a video with somebody who isn't wearing gloves, I do cringe a little bit inside, just thinking of all the things that could happen to their hands. The degloving of their hands, as now I know it's called. where the skin gets ripped off your hands entirely and it gets peeled back like a glove. Yuck. And I learned something in a comment today about, you know, your sneakers will come off, Mike, if you crash. That's the first thing going to happen. And then your feet are going to get degloved as they scrape on down the road. And ooh, I didn't think about that. So I'm wearing the boots, goddammit. Now I'm going to get a comment about the language. Oh my God, you took the Lord's name in vain. You're going to get struck down by the Holy Lord. Well, at least it's a beautiful day. Hope my camera's not all yucky. I'd like you to be able to see that beautiful view. And I remember the pain, man. Oh, God, the pain I went through when I went down. That broken leg. Oy, oy, oy. So, I guess, let me ask you a question. If you have gone down, did you hurt yourself? And if you did hurt yourself, what happened to you? If you know personally of somebody who went down, not a friend of a friend, but your friend directly or your family member directly, what happened to them? Did they get hurt? Killed? Whatever? I've known quite a few over the years who have gone down and either been terribly hurt or killed or not hurt at all. But I don't know about you all, but for me, one time in the world of pain that I was in was about enough to convince me that I'm good. I need to put on some gear. And I have neglected gear far too often. And I've been fine. Enough about the gear already. Jeez, Mike. I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm not trying to take away anybody's freedom. Let's talk about freedom for a second here. Just in case, I know people love to jump to conclusions, like the person who assumed that I was wearing regular jeans today. People love to jump to conclusions. So let me talk about that for a sec. Helmets. I wear a helmet. And I've also gone without a helmet a couple of times. Up in New Hampshire once. Out in at Gettysburg, going around the thing. It was like 20 miles an hour, not even. And I didn't wear a helmet there. In Gettysburg, that area. There was a time in South Dakota when I was in Sturgis with moose. I didn't wear my helmet going from the hotel to wash the bike and come back. So I have gone without a helmet. But if I lived in a place where a helmet was not required, by the way, North Carolina requires a helmet. If I lived in a place that didn't require a helmet, then I would wear a helmet anyway. But do I think that they should make a law that says you have to wear a helmet? No. I don't think they should make a law for that. They shouldn't be forcing you to protect yourself from your own stupidity. If you want to take a chance with your life and your brain and all that and risk, dying or getting some horrible injury, you're going to be in a wheelchair the rest of your life or permanently screwed up or vegetative state. If you want to take that risk, go right ahead. I don't think the government should be telling you what to do. Same thing with seatbelts. Government's already trying to tell you to do too many things. So